And it's a case of who do you want to be with? Are you a Mustang man or are you a Mini man, Mike, as we get ready for this 50th anniversary race with thanks to Mothers, where we pit Mustangs versus Minis on the long Brabham circuit. So half of this track will suit the V8 power of the pony cars. The other half will suit the little Minis. Which side are you on?
I don't know, but one would think that the Mustangs are going to win this very, very comfortably. But it looks like they're away now. And off to a pretty good start and getting away even smarter than most was Andrew Bergen, who goes through to take over the lead going down in the first corner.
Well, he's led it for about a couple of 100 metres before the Mustangs start to really catch up as we swing through Turn 1, the 50th anniversary Mustang and Mini race. This is a special race at Muscle Car Masters this year. If you're not in a Mini or a Mustang, you're not allowed on the grid. And it's a case of Andrew Bergen leading the way as they work their way through Turn 2 and swing back around this right part of the circuit. Bill Trengrove in the Mustang is the best of the rest chasing, and I reckon it might be a Mini kind of day. I'm not feeling it for the Mustangs.
Oh, aren't you? I'm not feeling anything. Car 64 going through pretty smartly indeed. That's Brent Trengrove. Whoa! Using the really wide sweeping line out of there. But I tell you what, look at Andrew Bergen. Splitting them and getting away from them as they go up into the left-hander.
Now, the thing is, if he's led through the first half of this lap, which is where the Mustangs really should be strong on the longer parts of the circuit, now we're going into Mini territory here. This is where it gets really, really tight, and the little 1275cc cars really come into their own.
A lot of people wouldn't recognise the Minis. They've probably seen them sitting in car yards, but in their day, they were fabulous to watch around these tight tracks.
The likes of Peter Manson and Brian Foley. Of course, Bob Holden won Bathurst in 1966 in one of them. That was Bill Trengrove running wide in the Mustang. And look at those Minis just straight around the outside, the little flying bricks. They're eating for lunch through here, but once they come out of this longer section back onto the traditional Sydney Motorsport Park layout, he'll start to come back into his own.
Boy, you're busy on a drying track with a Mustang here, I'll tell you. Look, one out in the grass. 155 gets up on the inside. That was Santino DiCarlo.
As they fire on through the right-hander, let's have a look at the Mothers replay as they fire down through Turn 1. A wall of, what do you call it? Is it a horde of Minis, a pack of Minis, a swarm of Minis?
I don't know, but it's a lot of them.
It's a lot of Minis, and this was, you can just see exactly how different these cars are. Brent Trengrove there out wide, ended up just running it wide. Now, this is where the power of the Mustang comes into play. Andrew Bergen's pedaling as fast as that Mini will go. It's not fast enough when you get to the front straight.
No, he won't do anything on the straight. The Minis are just outgunned, outmuscled by the Mustangs as they sweep down here. But it closes up a little bit on the backside of the circuit.
I still want to be in a Mini. I reckon that there's still a shot for this race as they fire on down through Turn 1. Remember, these are Group NB historic touring cars. That's the class that they run under, but we've put them into their own race here at Muscle Car Masters this weekend as we go back to Brent Trengrove. And just when he led the way and just when he had a margin, it's all gone. Andrew Bergen is right back on him and is going to pester him until they get to that short part of the track again.
A lot of our viewers and the younger viewers couldn't comprehend that a Mini could actually catch a Mustang around a circuit like Sydney Motorsport Park. But it's happening here as he dives to the inside. Mustang goes wide, plenty of power on as they sweep up into the next corner.
And this is exactly the kind of David and Goliath battle that Aussie racing fans have grown up on over the years, and some would say he's missing from the modern era of racing. Look at it, lift the left rear wheel as he tries to get a run on the Mustang through this tighter part of the track. We're on the Brabham circuit for this 50th anniversary Mustang and Mini race. He is going to menace. Look how good it is under brakes from miles back, straight up the inside.
Oh, you feel sorry for Trengrove.
No, I don't.
He's sitting there. Look, he says, yeah, do
he's
that.
Got to give one back here.
Oh, got to be careful. Don't want to wreck one. Don't want to wreck one of these cars. We'll wait for acceleration, see what it does.
See you later. Bye-bye.
And that was all about the history of V8 Mustangs racing Minis.
It's not over yet. Bergen having a look again down at the right-hand hairpin. Can't really use the bumper. He doesn't have much to push with, but he's managed to get back and underneath. This will go backwards and forth. These two are the class of the field. They are miles in front of the rest of them. And the Mustang now goes back to the lead, and it all starts all over again.
I don't know what Bergen's got to do. He thinks about the outside now. Can he switch back here on the inside? No, he won't make it this time. They swing out of the corner, gets a bit closer. The action's picking up here at Sydney Motorsport Park, and we'll be back with more of it in just a moment.
Back at Sydney Motorsport Park with the Muscle Car Masters. This is the 50th anniversary Mustang and Mini anniversary race.
Here we have, once again, this remarkable number 12 with Andrew Bergen in the Mini Cooper S. Brent Trengrove still follows him through this corner. Trengrove has driven a superb race so far. Oops, it gets very wide there. And full compliments to the Australian Racing Drivers Club, a terrific looking Sydney Motorsport Park today.
That V8 Mustang blows away the Mini. Bit further back in the pack, Bill Trengrove is just in the back of shot, running third at the moment in this 5-lap race. We're on the Brabham circuit, the longest version of the Sydney Motorsport Park layout, and this is where the Mustang gets the margin. But the Mini from here on hangs in, but it is the final lap. He's going to need something pretty special to get back the lead, because of course there's the run to the line, which is more Mustang than it is Mini.
That's absolutely true. We look for Andrew Bergen to see whether he can close up on our race leader. Two Minis back in the pack, still dicing, 155, having a great scrap. That's Santino DiCarlo.
And this is back to the front. This is the fight for the lead. This is the fight for the win in the 50th anniversary Mustang and Mini race. And now I want to be in that Mini from this part of the lap, because he's going to menace. He's got a great run down the inside.
He's doing his best.
From here on in, though, it gets good because it's tight stuff. He's throwing it all under brakes.
This must be frustrating in some little way for him. But he makes a run, see if he can... No, actually, the leader closed that corner off. He was very, very fast here a lap ago. Again, sideways in the Stang.
This is classic stuff, isn't it? Brings back the memories of the Mustangs with Pete Gagan and Bob Jane. Oh, that was tight. Of course, you can see this car running in the colours of the Neptune racing team that Peter Manton drove in. Of course, Norm Beachy was part of that setup with the blue EH Holden. But from here on in, we're out of the tight stuff. The Mini's game over here, because the Mustang's got enough straight stuff that it should be able to get home and get the win. It set the fastest lap of the race on lap 2, and on an overall lap time, it's about a second and a half fast on their fastest times, but it's all about the race here. If he makes a mistake, Bergen's ready to grab him.
It'll have to be a big mistake, though, because at this stage, the Mustang's getting away from him. A great time to remember motorsport as we used to see it with the touring cars, big V8 Mustangs, Camaros, and the little Minis. And great drivers like Brian Foley, who we remember earlier, and then, of course, John Harvey, who came up, and Peter Manton was probably the flag waver of them all.
And I'll tell you what, Andrew Bergen's waved the flag very well here, but he's going to have to finish position 2, because Brent Trengrove is going to get the win in the 50th anniversary Mothers Mustang and Mini anniversary race. Well done all. Really good stuff. A great addition to Muscle Car Masters in 2014. Bill Trengrove, he's home in 3rd in the Mustang. A couple more Coopers next. Chris Collett in 4th from Santino DiCarlo. Troy Williams next of the Mustangs, then Graham Russell and Paul Battersby rounded out the top 8. There's more Coopers than Stangs in that top 8 graphic.